Hi everyone, it's Veronica. I'm here to show you a short tutorial on how I make my own brushes for Adobe Fresco. On this tutorial, I will be using Adobe Illustrator for iPad, Adobe Capture for iPad, and Adobe Fresco. So please come along. Okay, let's start by opening Adobe Illustrator and creating a new artboard. I do it 2000 by 2000. Let's start with the pencil tool, and I am gonna use the dotted lines. I remove the fill and just leave the stroke for this, and I made it black. So I make a shape, any shape, and I go to edit the stroke because I want to make it little dots. I choose the thickness. I'm gonna make it 26, maybe more. I change the gap distance just so the dots are separated evenly. I'm gonna change the thickness because I think the ends are too thin. I'm gonna change it to this other shape or stroke. Now I'm gonna resize it. I usually use that circle tool so that it doesn't lose the shape. I'm gonna use the anchor selection tool. I'm not sure if that's what it's called, but I will click on the anchors and just make sure that the curves are what I want, or the curvature. I might, I'm deleting some of those extra ones and making sure the curves are what I want. That looks good to me, so now I'm gonna export it into my photo album. I will do it as a PNG file so that it's transparent and I can use it in other apps. I'm gonna save the image, and that's it for this part. Now we go into Adobe Capture. We open Adobe Capture and then we import the image from our camera roll. There it is. Now we choose what we want, and we want to do brushes. We select it. We choose what type of brush we want. I want this type of brush, and I want it to be mirrored just because I like it on this one. It looks funky right now, but once you're using it, it won't look that bad. And you can choose other options that you want with your brush. I'm gonna leave it like that for now. Yep, the stamp, you can also stamp it. And I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna rename this as curly dots. As you can see, you can use pattern or the shape and save all three. Now we're gonna open Creative Cloud so that you can see that it's saved. And There it is, the curly dots. And as you can see, the pattern, which I also saved, will be at the bottom. Oh, and the shape will also be there, which we will use later. Perfect. Now we will open Fresco and we will make an artboard 2000 by 2000. We will go look for the brush that I just made, which I saved in my 2024 brushes. There it is. I choose it, choose the color. There you go. I know it looks funky, but because it's too big right now, just change the size. It will probably look better. Let's see. Yes, now it looks better. Perfect. You can also stamp it. Let's change the size for that. There you go. That's one way of making a brush for Fresco. My other way of making it is importing the picture that I had saved, the PNG file, and I will resize it a little bit smaller, and you'll see why. I'm gonna use the eyedropper tool and the bottom with the little squares that I'm pointing there. And now I'm gonna minimize the whole artboard so that it fits inside the little circle. And I'm gonna save it as a new color, but it will save as a new brush. Now, if I go to my brushes, I will choose the hard round and then choose the color I saved, which is the actual brush. As you can see, this one can be really big. And there you go. Now it stamps, or you can make shapes with it. You can also change the spacing, and I really love using brushes like this in my mandalas. You probably have seen a lot of these, not this same one, but this shape. I love like the spacey shapes. There's a ton of things you can do with the choices, like scatter, a ton of things. You can play around with it. Now I'm gonna set it to save how I want to save it. I think that's how I want to save it, even though I can change it even if it's saved. Yeah, that's what I like. So now I'm gonna go and make sure the smoothing is set, and I'm gonna save it as a new brush in the same folder. So I'm gonna have two brushes, but this is a different type of brush. This is a Fresco brush, and the other one was a Adobe Capture brush. I'm gonna name it number 2 just to make sure that I know which one is which. Now save it. There you go. That's my 2 ways of how I make my own brushes for Adobe Fresco. I hope you enjoy these little tutorials. I'm still learning how to make these videos, but I hope you do enjoy them. Thank you for watching.